this is Ollie. Welcome back to You in Korea. I hope you're all safe and well wherever you are. Let me briefly remind you that You in Korea is a channel for those who love Korea, who want to learn more about this country. Here I'm trying to share with you guys the stories of my life for the past 10 years in Korea, some information about the country, some general facts, maybe some facts that are not really well known worldwide. I hope you enjoy watching our videos. If you like them, please subscribe to our channel, give us thumbs up, and leave your feedback in the comment section. As you may know, the 2022 World Cup in Qatar is about to start. And I cannot be more excited because I'm such a huge soccer fan. So as many Koreans. And Korean national team is known to be the best in Asia and even has a nickname, the Tiger of Asia. The symbol of the Korean national team is also a tiger. Do you know, by the way, how many times has Korean team advanced to the final stages of the World Cup? South Korea has advanced to the final stages of the World Cup 11 times so far. For the first time at the 1954 World Cup in Switzerland, and since then the team qualified for the finals 10 times in a row, from the 1986 World Cup in Mexico to the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Only a few countries in the world have this record, and of course it's the only record in Asia. Today we will talk about Korea's exciting World Cup challenge history and soccer star history. Stay tuned if you're interested in Korea and soccer. As I mentioned, Korean national team advanced to the final stages of the World Cup for the first time in 1954. This was the World Cup in Switzerland. Back then, it was a really big deal for South Korea to even get to the final stages of the World Cup, as the country just became the poorest country in the world after 3 years of Korean War that started in 1950. Of course, it was an incredibly difficult challenge. They couldn't get a plane ticket, so they took a US Air Force. The plane arrived only 10 hours before the first game. Now that I think about it, it sounds ridiculous. Since they didn't even have time to adjust to the time difference, there was no way the game was going to be good. They were defeated 9-0 by Hungary and 7-0 by Turkey. However, people all over the world gave great support to the athletes from the country that was hurt by the war. In fact, Puskas, Hungary's best player at that time, paid tribute to the amazing fighting spirit of the Korean national team. After the World Cup in Switzerland, Korea continued to challenge for the World Cup, but unfortunately wasn't successful. Then, eventually, in 1986, they made an emotional advance for the finals of the World Cup in Mexico. It's been 32 years since 1954. Unfortunately, they failed to advance to the round of 16 with 1 draw and 2 losses. After that, Korea didn't win a single game, even until the 1998 World Cup in France. But then finally, the historical 2002 Korea-Japan World Cup was held. If you don't know about the 2002 World Cup in Korea and Japan, please Google it, because this is something that all Koreans take immense pride in. They all know about it, even young and old Koreans. Everybody know the history of this World Cup. At that time, the whole country showed spectacular support for their national team. All Koreans in the country wore red clothes and held cheering events in every street in Korea. All Koreans, young and old, and even people all over the world heard this specific chant. 대한민국. You search for it too. Team Korea showed their best performance ever in the 2002 Korea-Japan World Cup. They beat Portugal, Italy, and Spain, which are very strong teams, and made a great achievement of reaching the semifinals of the World Cup for the first time in history. After that, Korea continued to advance to the final stages of the World Cup in Germany, South Africa, Brazil, and Russia. In particular, in 2018 at the World Cup in Russia, Korea's great victory over Germany 2-0 and especially the impressive goal by Song Heung-min left very great impression in the hearts of all soccer fans all over the world, not just in Korea. Now, we looked at the history of Korea's national team challenging for the World Cup. Now let's look at the stories of some of the best-known Korean soccer stars. South Korea has produced numerous stars so far, including the first one, Cha Bom-gun, who has been active under the nickname Brown Bomber in the German Bundesliga in 1970s and 1980s. It's actually hard to introduce all of them, so I will introduce some of the most representative people in Korean soccer. Of course, you all heard of Song Heung-min, the most famous player from South Korea that is known worldwide at the moment. Supersonic Song Heung-min is the most proud Korean. He doesn't need any specific introductions, right? There's of course another big star. The star of 2002 Korea-Japan World Cup is of course Park Ji-sung. After playing for Eindhoven in Netherlands in 2003, he showed himself while playing for Manchester United in the English Premier League for about 7 years from 2005. In addition, there are such names as An Chong-hwan, Lee Yong-pyo, Seol Ki-hyun, Park Chu-young, Lee Chong-young, Ki Sung-young, Lee Dong-guk, and Cho Won-hee. They were also active in overseas big leagues. In addition to Song Heung-min, there are two more big names among Korean players who are currently playing for big leagues. They are Hwang Hee-chan, a striker playing for Wolverhampton, and a defender, Kim Min-jae, who's also receiving lots of offers from EPL teams. And there's another player to pay attention to in the future. Do you by any chance know which team won the 2019 FIFA U20 World Cup? Korea? Well, no, the winner was Ukraine, but the runner-up was Korea. Of course, it was the first time for the Korean team to advance to the finals. Remember, there's a person called Lee Kang-in, the runner-up in Korea. He won the Golden Ball, the MVP award, which normally is rare for the runner-up. Okay, to commemorate the opening of the 2022 Qatar World Cup, we looked at the Korean national team and their challenge for the World Cup, the history of their challenge for the World Cup. We looked at some representative Korean players. I hope it was fun for you. I hope you learned something about Korean soccer team. Please keep supporting Korean soccer players in the future as well. That will be it for today's video. I will be bringing back more interesting topics in the future as well. Please keep looking forward to our videos and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, give us thumbs up and leave your feedback and requests in the comment section. I will see you next time and until then, 안녕!